Okay, welcome again to my channel and thanks for tuning in. Today's tutorial is going to be a quick overview of a feature that I think can help you troubleshoot. So there's a tab here called Tools, and we're going to look at your register view. So currently I am working with a DXM 100 and I'm connected to a node. It's actually a vibration sensor node, and I've already created an XML file that has a bunch of stuff mapped to it. When my register mapping is done, I've used the same Modbus mapping addressing that I would normally use, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I want to show you here is the register source. So when you're troubleshooting, the register view area site or page, whatever, gives you access to the radio online. So currently I'm connected to it via USB or serial, and the register source information is going to ask me basically what registers residing on which board of the wireless controller do I want to see. Okay, so the ISM registers is for the radio board. So anything that resides on the radio board I can actually see live. So I use this first when I want to check that the wireless system is actually working and that my mapping might actually be wrong. Okay, so I'll leave that there. I know, for example, from working with wireless systems, that every node is a total of 16 registers, either 8 in or 8 out or whatever, and the formula is like node number times 16 plus the IO number that you are working with. You're able to see, so for example, IO number 1 of node number node number 1, I know because I've been doing this for a while, is number 17. Okay, so this gives me the Modbus register already in the radio. So this is stuff that's not mapped. This is what you map the radio board to your local registers, and I've covered that in detail on another video that you can watch if you're not sure what I'm talking about. So first of all, I like to check that the radio communications are working properly. So I know that every radio IO number 8 is usually my go-to IO that I look at. And what happens here is that I can actually show DX8. Oh, that's interesting. There you go. So I can actually see the description now that you used to not be able to do that. And so that's kind of nice. A banner built that in now. And if I begin polling, you'll notice some stuff is going on here. Okay, so 128 means in the world of Banner Wireless that your radio is actually good. You have good communication. So whatever master device you're using this with, you always want to check this IO value to see if it does not equal to anything other than 128. Then you want to set off some sort of alarm. You'll also notice that the inputs on my node are maxed out. Normally what this means is that my sensor is bad. Whatever connection I have, it's maxed out, it's not good. Some miscommunication is going on there, and I did this on purpose. Okay, now next here under register source is local registers. So these are the local registers that I created and that I mapped. So we just verified that we actually have good communication to the radio, but we noticed there's some weird numbers going on. So now maybe I want to check my mapping to make sure that everything is mapped correctly. See, I have some weird stuff going on here. This doesn't match. These are my Modbus registers going to my local registers being copied over to the processor board. So you'll notice that's kind of different there. But anyway, so let's go ahead and check our local registers. I know that I mapped everything the same. You'll notice you get the description that you give the local register name. And let's go ahead and go live with it. Okay, so here you'll notice I'm getting some different values. Some are scaled, something weird's going on, but I'm still getting this 128 value here, which is good. Okay, so we know that's good. I'm gonna actually make a video on scaling in the DXM if you actually want to see like your scaled values here. So that is a really helpful tool. You'll also notice on the right hand side that you can actually do write registers and you can force things. So if you want, you could start out, you notice how on my node 1 I have some outputs available, I have some lights. So if I go to number, just pull them all up. If I go to number 25 here, that's my first output on my node 1. So if I put a 1 there to turn it on and I write to it, if I do a begin pulling here, I should be able to see a value 1 here. And indeed, my light just turned on, so that tells me that I'm going to get a 1. Okay, so you can check your mapping. That tells me the mapping is done right. So that's a quick troubleshooting tutorial. One other thing here that's pretty neat is your display registers. There's a DXM display here. You can actually just pick out your local registers that you've enabled to be able to read. See here on your local registers, node 1 status, I always like to put my status to be able to be read directly from my DXM because that gives me quick access to see what's going on. So I can actually move some of these into a certain order, and this is helpful sometimes. So this is kind of new. You definitely want to check that you have upgraded to version 4.2. And this pretty much concludes my register view quick tutorial on the DXM wireless controller. If you have any questions, leave a message or a post down below, and you can always reach me, and my information is on the description box below. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Thanks.